The Book of Boba Fett Episode 3. In this video I will just give you my review upon the third episode of the Book of Boba Fett because I haven't recorded my reaction while watching it. Okay, let's just start because I have some thoughts about it. Let me quickly say that it wasn't my favorite episode, but I liked it. I think that we had some very cool moments that gave the characters a little bit more development, but I feel that these 3 episodes so far are a little bit like a roller coaster. I'll give this episode a 6. So first let me tell you the things that I liked in this episode. The first thing that comes into my mind is the relationship between the Rancor and Boba Fett. It really gives Boba Fett a nurturing and caring side. In my mind, Boba Fett was just a cold-blooded bounty hunter. Just someone who executed orders and that was it. And I would like to see at some point Boba Fett on Rancor storming into Mos Espa and just eating them all and just taking the throne to his hands. I also had a fright when Black Croissant when Black Croissant jumped on Boba Fett and they had this massive fight scene. It was cool to watch, and for some reason I really expected Black Croissant to speak in the common language and not in Wookiee. But that was just me. And lastly, I think we're gonna see a big war in Mos Espa, especially when we see so many Pikes coming into Tatooine. But I love the Tusken Raiders so much through the second episode because we got to see them in real life. We got to see that they have rituals, traditions, they can experience joy, their children are playing like normal children, they have multi-layers, they have depth. And then on the third episode they are off. As soon as I started being emotionally invested into Tusken Raiders, they're just off the picture. My prediction in the second episode was that Boba Fett is gonna use his alliance with the Tusken Raiders in order to rule in Mos Espa and have the respect that he always wanted. But it looks like it's not gonna happen. And fans build bonds with characters that have many layers and they're not just single-dimensional, like Tusken Raiders used to be. They used to be only the Sand People, the savages that were just thirsty for killing and dominating. And we saw in the previous episode that it's not just that. There are many tribes and there is diversity among Tusken Raiders. So I really think that they should keep Tusken Raiders for at least, I don't know, 2 or 3 more episodes. It also feels like they used the story of Tusken Raiders as a filler, as a mean to a purpose, and as soon as this purpose stopped, okay, let's off them. And that happens all the time in Star Wars. As soon as we think, yeah, we can have that as fandom, we have this thing taken off us. And then the other thing that I kind of have with this episode is I didn't really buy into the youth recruitment part. Not because it's not a good idea, it's because, I don't know, they felt like Power Rangers. Power Rangers are canon in Star Wars now. This part is really a minor thing, it doesn't take me off the whole series. It's just that every time I see them, there's a part in my brain that thinks, oh my god, they're Power Rangers and they're riding on Vespas. Mos Vespa. About this though, in Star Wars I always like that everything looks different from the earthy standards that we have. So I definitely did not expect to see something that looks like Vespas. And they have colors as well, which makes it worse. Also, another minor thing is that their costumes look brand new. I mean, I know it's a brand new series, but don't you think that their costumes should look a little bit more worn out? Because after all, they are on Tatooine and, there is sand and, sand is coarse, irritating, and it gets everywhere. Their clothes should be looking a little bit more, dirty. But yeah, putting Power Rangers aside, the other thing that I didn't really like in this episode was how quickly the twins just turned around and they said, okay, sorry, yesterday we brought a black croissant to kill you, but now we just regret this part and let's just forget about it. Here's a rancor and we are off this planet. It wasn't built up, if that makes sense. So in the previous episode we saw the twins like coming and saying, yo, that seat is mine, get off. And now on this episode we see the twins be like, okay, we're sorry, we're about to leave, bye. It's not like I wanted to go. But all in all, apart from all this, I liked it and I think that they are preparing us for a big moment later on. What did you all think? What are your thoughts? Did you like this episode? And what do you expect to see next? So, until then, bye there, my friends. May the force be with you.